Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That biblical passage inspired the title for a new book of memoirs by Samuel DeWitt Proctor, pastor emeritus of Harlem's Abyssinian Baptist Church and professor emeritus at Rutgers University. During his long and distinguished career as a theologian, educator, and civil rights leader, Proctor has headed 2 colleges, taught countless students, including Douglas Wilder and Jesse Jackson, and was chosen by President Kennedy to head the first full Peace Corps unit sent overseas. His book serves as a dual chronicle of family and country. Welcome to Upon Reflection.
Thank you.
I wanted to have you begin by telling me a bit about the history of the Black church and the forces that shaped its beginnings in this country.
Well, our church, the Abyssinian Baptist Church, was founded in the downtown area, the Wall Street area of New York City in 1808 when Jefferson was the president. And it may be a model for most of the older churches. And that is, a black congregation was present in the midst of a larger white congregation, and the black members experienced at some point or another discrimination or some sign that they were not welcome any longer. And rather than tolerate that, they went out and organized their own church. Now, that was the case of our church. It's called Abyssinian because there were Ethiopian sailors in town, Abyssinian and Ethiopian, two meaning the same thing. These sailors met up with these black people who were starting a prayer meeting to begin a new church, and the black people, the American black people, decided to name the church in honor of the Ethiopians who joined in with them, and that's how it came to be called the Abyssinian Baptist Church. The present building, a very impressive Gothic structure there in Harlem, was built in 1921 by the black congregation. I emphasize that because so many of the large urban churches at that time were purchased from a white congregation that was moving on and with the transition. But the African Methodist Episcopal Church, which is the oldest organized body, started in 1787 in Philadelphia at St. George's United Methodist Church. Then it was called Methodist Episcopal Church. And the black people were praying at the communion rail, and they were asked to move, and another gesture followed that, and they walked out of the church, Richard Allen and Absalom Jones and another man named White. And they went off and organized a society for worship and prayer, which later became the African Methodist Episcopal Church. So we generally date the black church back to 1787 with the AME Church beginning. I'm so proud that black people never were locked into a kind of a narrow conservatism, a narrow fundamentalism that excluded other people. We never had that. As a matter of fact, we've been trained in different seminaries, we've gone to different universities, and there's quite a bit of difference in formal theological positions. But the one thing that binds the black Christians together is their history, their sojourn, their experience socially here in this country. And that's the bond, and they never come together to worship without that being recognized and without their faith being celebrated.